Hello guys, welcome to Tutorly. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to use masks in Affinity Photo. By the end, you'll understand how to hide and reveal parts of your image non-destructively using a simple, reliable workflow. Masks are one of the most important tools in photo editing because they give you control without permanently changing your image. Instead of deleting parts of a photo, a mask simply decides which areas are visible and which areas are hidden. Masks are powerful because they never throw anything away. They only control what you see. That means you can fine-tune your edits at any time without damaging the original pixels. This makes them perfect for experimenting, making corrections, and creating professional edits where you may need to come back and adjust things later. First, get into your working environment with the image you want to edit open and visible, and make sure you can see your layers panel on the right. This keeps everything you do organized because masks attach directly to layers and follow them wherever they go. Keeping your layers organized is especially useful when working on larger projects with multiple edits. Naming layers and understanding where each mask is attached can save a lot of time during the editing process. Next, go to Pixel View at the top. This ensures you're previewing your image as true raster pixels. It's especially helpful when you care about crisp edges, hair, or small details because it shows exactly how your adjustments will render. If you notice any softness or aliasing, switching to Pixel View gives you a more accurate read on what the mask will actually reveal. Now choose the Selection Brush tool. With it active, paint over the subject or area you want to keep visible. Think of it like telling Affinity Photo, "This is the part I care about." Adjust your brush size for control. A larger brush speeds up broad areas, a smaller one helps with corners and tight edges. For example, if you're selecting a person from a background, a larger brush can quickly cover the main body area, while a smaller brush gives you more precision around areas like hair, fingers, or detailed edges. If the brush grabs too much, simply paint more carefully along the boundary to refine the edge. Zooming in helps you judge transitions, and a soft-edged brush is often kinder to hair, foliage, or fabric. Taking your time with edges usually creates a much more natural result. Small details around the subject are often what make a mask look realistic instead of cut out. When your selection looks good, click Add Mask Layer on the right side in the Layers panel. Instantly, the selection becomes a mask on your active layer. White areas on the mask reveal your selected content. Black areas hide everything else. Understanding this black and white relationship is the key to working with masks. White reveals, black conceals, and gray areas create partial transparency for smoother transitions. The beauty here is flexibility. You can always refine this later by editing your selection and updating the mask, giving you pixel-precise control without ever erasing a thing. This non-destructive workflow means you can change your mind whenever you want. If you later decide you need more of the image visible, you can simply adjust the mask instead of rebuilding the edit from the beginning. That's the core workflow. Get set in your workspace, switch to Pixel View for accuracy, make a clean selection, and convert it to a mask. Simple, non-destructive, and completely adjustable. Once you understand this basic mask workflow, you'll be able to use it for many different editing tasks, from replacing backgrounds and combining images to making selective adjustments that only affect specific parts of your photo.